Gustavo.
Hola.
Okay, some memories.
Well, before I get into any memories, there is something that I need to say because I've been thinking about you, Diane. For me, okay, it sounds maybe pretentious, but for me, you're a pioneer of so many things. And pioneer for me means a pioneer of the heart and the aesthetics. It's not just, like pioneer of in politics or in...
How did we meet? Do you remember?
But pioneer in the sense, well, yeah, I can tell you now, but let me just finish it. Pioneer in the sense that not only all the technology that you started 20 years before everybody through the social media, but also a free will and with an unbelievable amount of knowledge that you pass freely without any de esos pretenciosos, you just want to share your knowledge, and for me, I never met anybody like you. And really, I'm speaking from my heart. And so okay. Now, how do we meet? I don't remember. Help me.
You must have been working for Joyce.
It wasn't before that?
No, I don't think so.
In the fashion shows or just for the magazines?
I don't know. I mean, I have the Gustavo Tenhover museum upstairs. The gallery. No.
Because at the beginning when I met you, what I remember, it was like I got very, like anybody who meets you for the first time, we have an image, we have a perception of you which is totally the opposite of who you are. So the perception is one, intemporal, because you don't age.
Wow.
No.
Don't look too close.
Diane.
Thank you.
No, of course you do, but you did it in a way, like sort of, you have a way like Carl did in the past, which is you don't see the changes, you see, and your skin is beautiful. So, and then when you see you coming in the street, and especially from somebody from South America like me, very simple-minded, they say bonjour. I said I got intimidated because you are too grand and incredible. No? In the moment that I met you, as an expert I am in people's energies and people's sweetness, I said, but she's like a candy bar, but she's in black.
I love it. Am I licorice?
Totally. So I said, how can a candy bar be black? And there you go, the black candy bar.
That's good. That could be a chapter. It could be a chapter heading, the black candy bar.
And then, of course, all your knowledge in fashion and the way you, it's not that I know, but you were always presenting options that they were way more free and the choice of incredibly good taste and more airy, more less contrived, of course. No? And then you always loved me, you liked what I did, and we did incredible, lots of fun things.
It was always fun. And what was that story you were telling him about? Was it... I remember the shoot in the countryside. You were climbing up a window or something?
Yeah, we went to it was either North Cumbria, but it was really...
We passed Stonehenge, I remember.
Yeah, no, but it was incredible. And we were shooting in this abandoned, castle, English landscape. And we did incredible pictures. I have the contacts and the negatives of all that.
Ah, okay.
But where?
Okay, yeah. I mean, I remember the white.
Yes, they were like sort of Sufi dancing.
Yes. I know. I have to look and see.
I went above
something.
in the castle, and
Exactly,
it was magic. And then remember we woke up early in the fog, and it was
great.
It was really magic, and it was very, very precise, but really beautiful, and always without the stress. because if you don't, when you are with friends and people in business and in life that they have that outlook without all those deadlines, then it's easier. Anyway,
No,
so
it
whatever.
was always funny.
See, it was
We
always
laughed
nice,
the whole
and
time.
in a matter of trust. You know
Yeah.
that you said, well, you are overqualified for all the things. So whatever you will choose, I don't have that kind of knowledge anyway, and I never wanted to have, but I have the vision of the photo.
Well, you are my favorite photographer,
Thank you.
but you did cause some problems. I remember with Fiona Ronaldson. I have a clear image of that dinner with the men's. It was with Stefano Tonchi and you and Fiona and the men's stylist. I had told you before, Fiona had a crush on you, right? And I said, don't talk to me. Like, stay away from me, because I didn't want her to be, like, jealous of our friendship. She was jealous of Joyce. Joyce was there. And at one point, I never drink, but I think I had 3 margaritas. It was like I wanted to soothe the tension of the whole experience of Fiona and her stupidity. And at one point I said, okay, I'm leaving, because I figured I'd been there long enough. And there was a long table in that Argentinian restaurant. And
Oh yeah.
I forget the name of it.
No, not Anaí. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
No.
Anaí.
Anaí. That was in Argentina.
What was it? What was
It
it?
was very trendy. I don't know, but I saw the
I
son
thought
of
it was
Anaí.
Argentine.
I think it wasn't Anaí.
Or maybe it's something else.
Okay.
It was an old butcher shop turned into a restaurant.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, so I stand up, I say, okay, I'm leaving. And then you stand up. So you go to leave with me, okay? I called a cab, the taxi never came. And so we decide, okay, we walk and find a taxi somewhere else. Meanwhile, Joyce, you don't remember this story?
No.
Okay, so Joyce, I say I'm leaving, then you're leaving, and then Joyce is leaving. And so Fiona tells me the next day, like I was going to get fired or something because I took Joyce's taxi. And that Joyce was standing on the sidewalk for 15 minutes. And then Stefano Tonchi told me, it's not true, she was there for a few minutes, because we're in the car. And I said, what, am I going to get fired or something? I said, I didn't take the taxi. We walked, we found the taxi. But remember, she was jealous that we're friends. So
That's so fun. She
and
was
she
so
had a crush. I mean,
overweight, she was a nice. She was very.
no, she was a disaster. and,
Well,
and so,
but overweight
and so
is not.
overweight.
It's not. It's nice. It's not that it's bad to be overweight. No.
No. So anyway,
We love
remember what
overweight
happened?
girls.
What happened
And
was, I called Joyce because Fiona made such a big thing, like, I was going to get fired
Really?
because I took Joyce's taxi. So I called Joyce. Of course, Fiona was jealous of my relationship also with Joyce. So, I mean, she was crazy. I didn't
Yes.
want her job.
Yes.
I don't know why
Yes.
she even considered.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
So I called Joyce, and Joyce said, meanwhile, I called you, and you got flowers. You sent them to Joyce.
Really.
Yes. You don't remember
No.
this. Well, I didn't remember you crawling up a wall either.
No.
Luckily,
But it's good that
we'll get back
because
to
it's
that.
really nice to.
And Joyce said, I hope you didn't lose sleep over this.
You didn't lose your what?
Sleep over it. Like,
But yeah, of course, because she
because
was
she
cool.
didn't, she was cool about it. But Fiona, because of her love for you,
I don't know.
yes.
I think she saw me like I am, like this artist out
No,
of time.
she had a crush on you, and she had a crush on Patrick. Because I kept telling her, Patrick
Patrick
is
de
gay.
Marchalier.
No, Patrick, that was the PR for Martin Margiela. Patrick Scallion. And I kept telling her, but, Fiona, he's gay. But you would love to
Okay,
go to see.
but let me just before I forget to tell you the story of that night after the shoot in the castle. Okay, so in the middle of the countryside, just a little chilly, and then like all the fantasies of the English countryside for me, of all the probably the Vikings and all the wars with the English, and for me I'm always chevaliers and I think I don't know, we were there after dinner, we had a joint or a drink, and then you went to sleep early and always taking care of your beautiful self to be ready for the next day. And then you were in a hut, or it was like a little house in the country, and I thought that it would be great to see you in bed when you sleep. Mainly because basically the talk of the town, the talk of everybody who ever met you, especially when you work with you, is like how you manage to get a good night's sleep, and then wake up with this incredible chignon that you have, totally ready to go. I said, if I know the secret, I won't tell anybody, but I really. So we climbed in a window with a ladder, and I was imagining like sort of Dracula, but but I love Dracula. I have fantasies about Dracula, but just imagine that somebody is sleeping totally like in a coffin and perfect the next day. And but we didn't succeed the angle. We were able to see your feet or something, the moonlight, but we didn't see the part of your beautiful self that was gonna unlock the mystery.
That's the best.
So
story.
probably, apart from or a lover or your ex-husband, we will never know,
No.
which is beautiful. Your secret.
The secret is safe with me. That's too funny.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember other funny stories. Everything was funny.
So many, but that one was incredible. So many nice moments. They will come back to me. But there is more than anything an overall feeling of. I mean, I meet so many people that they are so uninteresting and so self-centered in their little angoisse of every day, that we all have the problems. That to see somebody who is talented, is full of, and at the same time, because the issue is like, either you meet people that they don't do nothing, and it's very easy to be free when you have nothing to do and you don't have, but when you are busy embracing something and doing something that you love, and it's challenging, and at the same time to keep that energy, that presence of being, and that kindness, it's inspiring for everybody, because look at the state of the affairs today. If you have a lot of money, it's a big problem, even though I think you will like to have that problem.
Money has always been the problem for me, because my nature is to be generous. I am like, I should have been rich, an angel. I do what I can do.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to have money. But I just like to feed people. So I don't say, oh, you want that information? Well, it's going to cost you. It's like, that's what people do, and that's how they have money. Instead, it's like, okay, well, yeah, here's the number for so-and-so. I just can't change. Since when don't you like the sun? I avoid it all the time. I was sitting there thinking,
I love
you'd
the
like
sun,
it over
but
there.
how is the backdrop here? It's nice.
It's fine. The subject is the important part.
Yeah, and so yeah, I can talk a lot about that subject, but maybe it's not really what memories.
What would you like to read in the memoirs?
when you are after you pass. I mean, if you passed away from before me, you mean or no? What memoirs?
No, my memoirs.
Ah,
What would you like to read? This is a question he always asks people,
Dom.
Dominic. So I'm asking.
While you are alive.
Well, I'm still alive. Who
That's what
knows
I mean.
for how long?
What will I
who
like to
knows?
read? What
Yeah.
book or what?
No, when you're reading my memoirs, what would you like to see inside them? Like if you're reading a book
Yes,
on me,
yeah, on you.
yeah, what would you like to see?
Well,
What interests
as
you?
I said, what I
I'm not going to tell you about my hair.
for me is a generosity in abundance. You know, I say again the same thing. When somebody has a lot to give, only in religion there is, you know, religions that you can give or you can, but when you don't have a religion, when you have to give, most of the people they are selfish. When you have a valuable, trying to articulate well, something of value, either you want to charge,
Yeah.
you know, you charge, or you are cautious because you say they're gonna steal my idea, the typical, no? I've been over all that a long time ago. And then
And they
basically,
always do anyway, so it's
and,
like,
and they recycles anyway.
yeah. I mean, when I was a designer, you know, other designers would put my press, you're on women's wear, thing, on their inspiration board. And then they're taking ads with my clothes, but with their name in the label. You know, that's life.
Obviously.
It's life. It's like, you know, I start the first blog, but there's thousands of them. And the ones that came after figured out how to make money. I didn't. And I couldn't really change my DNA,
No,
you know?
no. That's the word. Avant-gardist, avant-garde. Totally ahead of your, not ahead, but in your own space. Because just ahead, floating. I always use floating, you know.
I like that.
Yeah, when we see you, the black geisha, no, you probably, as many of us, we perceive you as a geisha. Your the way you walk. I'm sure it's because
I'm
you don't
getting
want
slower
to. You don't
and
want to trip.
slower.
You don't want to fall.
With my shoes.
Yes.
I'm getting slower and slower.
And then it's like floating. And then avant-garde is a really good word. Or avant-garde or above the time where you live, in another space. And by the way, anybody from all the biographies and all the books that I read or that I started, there were so many. I don't finish them all, most of
Me
them.
neither.
But I read a lot. When there is that genius, in the sense genius for me is not something, just something which is honest. Something, a spark. Why? Because some people do have, and some people they choose not to get a hold of the spark. But we have it. But when that genius comes, I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, all the people that I ever admired in my, they are all above. They are in a time and space different from the time that we live. They've been always criticized. They've been judged. Some they call them losers. Some they call it arrogant. Some they call it whatever. Now, of course, with the business around the artist, there is also this aura of money and success, but it has not been the case. With some painters it was deep, but it was this, you see the person, you say, that person is different in a good way, different in a, not because they're trying to be different or they're trying to outshine the other, but because they are living their life, the gift of life, they are living it. And that, for me, that's what I love in human beings the most. You know, I really love to see
Authenticity.
somebody. They are going with it, good or bad. We go, but then it's like there is there is the concern of what other people think of you, the concern of making mistakes, the concern of if I'm too kind, I will be taken advantage. All those unnecessary way of looking at life. You don't have those, and this is great. O sea, come on, o sea, no, it's not bad.